Morning, James. Look at me. I don't know if I look as good, but as I predicted, it's cold at night. It went down to probably plus. It was under 10. Probably around. Must have been close to 0. Must have been close to 0, because you could see your breath and stuff. I was all right. I just had the sleeping bag wrapped around me. I didn't have it like on me or whatever. Switching to, we're back to winter gear. Bike's already started going up.
So this is the Stella Alpina that me and James did in 2016. We met another person called Ian. You'll see him in the video shortly. And yeah, I just thought I'd re-edit this and just make a simple straight video with just this rally in mind. This is one of them rallies that you have to do if you have an adventure bike. It's definitely one on the bucket list. So in this video, back in 2016, it was James on the BMW F800 GS. What a phenomenal bike that bike has been. Then you got myself on the newly acquired BMW G650 GS sertao. I'm very not hugely confident in it. And tailing at the back of our group is Ian on the Honda XL. It was ridiculous tank range of like 400 miles or something. That old 20-year-old Honda, but did an amazing job. This part of the terrain is quite easy to ride. It's just a dirt road, but what doesn't come out on camera is how steep all these U-turns are. And in all fairness, the F800 has such an Everest tool first gear that if you're in first gear and you're chugging it up like that, yeah, got a high chance of stalling it.
No, it's off. That's that bike.
The hardest challenge of the Stella Alpina is actually going up is the traffic, and you'll see that throughout the video, the amount of traffic that we have to deal with. And we went up first thing in the morning, where everyone else was nursing their hangovers. We were straight up. Looking back at this video now, I was still relatively new-ish to taking big bikes off-road, and I didn't know exactly, still a massive vague area of how my bike, a big bike off-road, handles. Compared to a small bike, a 250, a big bike handles completely differently.
No, I doubt it. It was easier, boy.
This is all about 7:30 in the morning. We wanted to go up nice and early before it was too hot, but we were so cold when we first woke up. We finally got to this point. We were now cooking because we were now off-roading for the past like 20 minutes. Quite bizarre because in Italy it's 42 degrees on a regular day, like that when you're here, and we're up in the mountains in the Alps of Italy having a snowball fight, and then later on that day we'll be back into 42 degrees again. It's around this point here where you actually have to stand up. The terrain starts to get a little bit rocky. Weird thing is there is about the odd little tiny section of tarmac here where you sit down and then, well, it all runs out and goes back into rocks. A little bit tricky to tell on camera, but it's about a car width. So when you're overtaking bikers, and just a little bit of a drop, just to the left there, just a tiny little drop. You don't really want to be looking over the edge there, but yeah, just a little bit of a drop if you go over. It looks flat, but there's some steep old hairpins. I don't know how many there are. It's quite a lot.
Wow, that next bit's rocking.
If you don't like flint and rocks and all that sort of stuff, and you prefer mud, these trails possibly not for you. This is where having a 50/50 or more stiff tyre is much more preferred than a full-on knobbly. Now at this point, this is about as high as you could get on that particular year. You could go higher, but it would mean riding in snow. You just have to get lucky. This is usually the unofficial finish. There is an official top bit, but we couldn't go. It is far up into that mountain over there on the left. But to get up there, you'd have to ride through all the snow, and we really didn't fancy doing it. Now the Stella, you could probably get to the top of the Stella on any bike at all, as long as you rode it well. I don't know, but I really struggled to breathe at this altitude. I don't know about them guys, but I felt like I was suddenly American. I literally took 10 steps and was out of breath.
Make a coffee, and when you bring your coffee up the top, you must make sure you have a table, tablecloth, and all the coffee making facilities for everything.
Well, I hope everyone's good on their descents. Oh, it looks flat on camera, honest. No, there was a little bit of a descent angle, just a bit.
Loads of people coming up now, so just stay on the right. Okay, stop there where you can.
Me and James just left our tent and all our camping stuff at the base camp. Everything was there. The only thing we had on us was the cameras and tools and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a chance for it all to get nicked, but it's the same chance with every campsite. And this poor guy with his brand new Africa Twin with every single add-on you could imagine, the side panniers, the top box, the tea cozy, whatever you get with it, he had it all on his bike, all that stuff strapped to the back of his seat. So he's obviously got this bike brand new, and maybe it's his first big bike, and he's taken it to a thing, and he's just got it overloaded and top heavy as well for off-roading. Must have handled horribly. Do not recommend going off-road with a top box like that. Here's Ian on the Honda XL going for the little river crossing, or pond crossing, or puddle crossing, or whatever you want to call it.
Easy money.
Yep, that's right, another biker with all his stuff strapped to his bike, including a bin bag on the back. And no, you cannot escape cyclists, they're here as well. Now I don't know if they still do this, because this was 4 years ago, but definitely then, and definitely the next year and probably the year after that, these guys drive up in a van and they have a bunch of sandwiches. I think they got cheese in one and ham in the other, and they're selling t-shirts and selling pins. It's really nice. You're getting free sandwiches giving out, and you can also buy a t-shirt if you want to support them.
go. Pretty intense. I mean, look at it, all goes down and around and everything.
Now the thing is, the campsite, where the campsite is about 6,000 or something feet high, and you do actually have to go off-road to get to it, but it's nothing more strenuous than what you saw going up that hill. Is that actually less? The only problem is that there's way more traffic on this section, because this is relatively flat. It's basically just a dusty trail, just maybe a little bit of loose gravel here and there, but nothing major at all whatsoever. The only major thing is it's just the traffic.
Oh.
It's not always easy to see the bikes coming. They just come out of the dust that unfortunately I left in, because your mate on the F800 just seemed to do a massive fat wheel spin and disappear.
Ooh. KTM just did a jump past me. Seat smacker.
This car tried to reverse into me. Yeah, all that off-roading just to get knocked off by a car? I don't think so. And then you get back to normal road. It's still very tight and very windy, so you do actually have to have your wits about you. But it's a fantastic road to ride. Definitely something to do on your buckets list.
I had a bad fun. Not too bad going down.
Like I said, it's a fantastic thing to do. I definitely recommend everyone should do it, especially if you're an adventure bike and you have interest in going off-road. It's a bit rough, maybe, a bit out of your comfort zone, but that's what adventure is, going out of your comfort zone, whatever that might be. Even if it's just travelling to the next town, or travelling on a road you've never been down before. Everything that pushes your comfort zone, that's adventure. This definitely pushed me beyond my comfort zone at that time. So yeah, hope you liked it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, always subscribe. And if you want to see the full video of this one, I'll put a link down in the description or on screen now to the full video, where it is about 40 minutes and it has the entire trip from when we left our homes and left England to when we returned. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.